The Minister for Interior, what was he doing bellowing around like a constipated he-goat? What was he doing?
Point of information, Deba.
Yeah, let him finish. Let him finish.
It's very insulting for some of us who have written books.
You can't call my friend C.S. Murkum and I got one Okiyah. No.
Like a concentrated he-goat. I don't call him a he-goat. And then you
you cannot.
Point of information, Deba. Point of information.
Order, gentlemen. Preside over this republic. Let him deal with the interior. I've got nothing to do with education. And he's not an expert. He's not an expert on theater. He's not an expert on playwriting. He's an expert on interpreting text. His expertise is elsewhere.
Thank you, Okiyah.
So we're not going to let these insults continue, and then we entertain them.
All right.
Like he got it in the paper.
No. You must be around. You
listening
the statement. C.S. Murkum is wrong, Okiyah.
Okay, just
not wrong. I mean, read the text. What you are saying, you have not read the text. That's why you're arguing the law. You're not arguing the art.
Okay, fine.
The question of law. The question of creative art.
All right, Okiyah, thank you.
I find it a bit disingenuous to discuss an interpretation of a script. Because what you have just given us is an interpretation of yourself and others of the script. I would rather discuss the script. Because all those commentaries are tainted with the worldviews of those who made them. And I don't think that they're really accurate in the sense they are doing it. And the development of I've read this script. And I'm happy that you went and read the synopsis. I've read this script. And I'm not able to see all the things that the people are reading into this script. And most important is the fact that the ministry has got professionals who vet these things. We're all outsiders here. This play went through various stages, right from the grassroots to the national level. At the national level, somebody gets picked, and then they want to make a hula balauta out of nothing. This play had nothing subversive. This play is a pure piece of art, and the artist is to hold a mirror to society. So if society sees itself in an image whereby it is a words and all image, you don't clamp down on the artist or on the presenters of the play. So from where I sit, I think we are not being fair to the script. And I'm not able to discuss an interpretation of the script by fellows whose capacity to interpret scripts has not been validated by legitimate authorities. People are reading politics where there should be no politics. Kids are simply being creative. And to show that these kids were very mature, the fact that they sang the national anthem and left the stage, for me, nothing can beat that. There was no subversion, they were not violent, they were not whatever. In fact, they are very well, they are very developed. And so, as they say, give a dog a bad name and hang it. That's what's going on here. They're trying to give this script a bad name and hang it, but there's absolutely nothing subversive in this script. There's no call to war, there's no call to arms, there's no call to anything. It's just an interrogation of relationships and political structures and systems and what have you. Just the way these people have done, just the way the synopsis says. So I'm really at a loss why there was this overreach. This man, Malala, has done many plays before. He's done plays when last year I think he participated. He plays in that space of the drama festival. I personally don't play in that space. But the right to tools of exposition. You're not going to have an administrator say these are the tools of exposition that are allowed so and so or so and so. No. The Constitution is very clear. Unless you are insulting somebody or doing something of that nature, I don't think there is any basis for saying that you will not use this tool of exposition, you will not express yourself this way, you will not do something like that. I don't think that's how we do it. Another thing is that we come from a trickster tradition. Africa is heavily a trickster tradition. We speak in parables. We dance around obstacles. We don't control. We don't hit obstacles in our narratives. So I don't understand what exactly the hula balo was all about, other than if it is politics, then must be politics of people who were arguing against the playwright and not the play. People had an issue with the playwright, and so we have got an argument about the hominem situation, where they're hitting the, just as you are saying here, the names of Mheshimiwa Rigiji and others being brought in where they are totally irrelevant. So that could be what have happened. What could have happened in the situation whereby maybe because it was Malala who authored the play, then maybe somebody thought they would get the better of him. But I think the whole thing boomeranged, and now Malala got the better of everybody because he's now a national hero, so to speak. And I think the state should just focus on what is important and stop any other thing that is trying to deal with the creativity and what have you. We don't want to go to a situation whereby there should be there's a committee to stamp an imprimatur on works of art. If we want an imprimatur commission, then set up an imprimatur commission. Not some random police officer, some random government official coming up and saying this play will not be filmed or will not be put on show when it has been approved by the same ministry officials who are trained, who know what to look for in a play, who have said this play is good for kids and cleared it right from the grassroots to the national level. Let us not have these random officials coming in. Are they more qualified than the teachers who handle these scripts? And what was their training? If these teachers were qualified to do the drama, those are the people with the qualification. Those are the people who are authorized to deal with these scripts. And some of us will just be becoming busybodies and idle interlopers if we begin contributing to this construction, because we don't know what a school script should look like. There are people who know what it should look like. There are curriculum, people who have been developed in curriculum, who have been trained in curriculum. These are trained professionals who are doing their work. So who is this state official who comes in and hijacks the process and thinks that he has got the capacity to declare an imprimatur on this stuff, whether it passes the test or not? I don't think that's how things work. It cannot be on the whims of an individual. Let systems work. If there's a system on the ground for rating plays and looking at artistic content and whatever, we let them do their work. Let the politicians and other fellows keep off. Like the Minister for Interior, what was he doing bellowing around like a constipated he-goat? What was he doing?
Point of information, Deba.
Yeah, let him finish. Let him finish.
I must. No,
It is very insulting for some of us who have written.
You can't call my friend CS Morcom and I got one. Okay, no.
Like a concentrated ego.
Point of information, Deba. Point of information.
Order, gentlemen.
Preside over this republic.
So let
him deal with the interior. Has got nothing to do with education. And he's not an expert. He's not an expert on theater. He's not an expert on playwriting. He's an expert on interpreting text. His expertise is elsewhere.
Thank you, Okiyah.
So we're not going to let these insults continue, and then we entertain them.
All right,
like he got eaten pepper.
No, you must be
around.
The statement against Morcom that is wrong, Okiyah.
Okay, just
wrong. I mean, read the text. What you are saying, you don't read the text. That's why you're arguing the law. You're not arguing the art.
Okay, fine.
The question of law. The question of creative art.
All right, Okiyah,
I can tell you what you know about creative art can fit well on the back of a postage stamp and big print.
All right. Okay, out of deference, we've heard you.